Hi, I'm Gabriel and this is Learning English Path. And in this lesson, I'm going to teach you 6 idioms about the morning. Okay, before we get into this amazing lesson, let's make sure you subscribe to this channel and click the bell so that you know when a new video lesson is coming out, okay? And if you want my free PDF guide to 101 songs to learn English, click the link in the description. All right, so in this lesson I'm about to show you, I'm going to actually tell you a short, the beginning of a very long story, but it's going to be a short little narrative, okay? Because we learn idioms best and we learn language best when it's in context, not just when I throw them at you and say, this is what this one means, that's what that means. It's better if you have a little story with some context. Okay, so here is what you're going to see. You're going to see first, it's about a 2-minute beginning of a story, and in the story there are 6 idioms that are used, and I'm not going to tell you what those idioms mean yet, okay? After you hear the little beginning of a story with 6 idioms, then I will explain them. So what I want you to do first is try to understand the meaning of the idiom before I tell you the definition. This can be very valuable to give you the habit of understanding English without being told word for word each and every meaning, okay? And these 2 videos come from my course on learning English idioms, where you get one huge story, continuous story, with more than 240 idioms. You learn more than 240 idioms in that course in this style, all right? And they're all explained and they're all defined with PDFs as well. I'll include the PDF in the description that has the definitions of the idioms that I'm using here as well. Okay, that's also going to be in the description for this video. So if you want this whole course, by the way, you can get that for cheap price of just $9.99. And you get the whole thing. It's a 4-hour long course, all right? So here you go, my friend. Enjoy it and learn something about the morning. Our story begins with 2 British guys. One is called Billy and one is called Tom. And today they are traveling to America for the first time. Their plane leaves first thing in the morning, so they have to get up early. Now that's okay for Billy, because Billy is a morning person. So today, to catch the plane, Billy gets up at the crack of dawn. But as he's getting ready, it dawns on him that Tom was out very late last night drinking and didn't get home until about 2 o'clock in the morning. So Billy rushes to wake Tom up, knocks on the door, says, "Tom, I know that this is the morning after the night before for you, but we have to get up. We have to go. Our plane leaves soon. So Tom drags himself out of bed and brushes his teeth, but he's taking a long time brushing his teeth. So Billy shouts at him again and says, Tom, you can't take all morning. Don't take all morning. We have to go. Okay, what was the theme for the first chapter of our story? It was morning, right? So, the first idiom was first thing in the morning. Now, what does that mean, first thing in the morning? Because in the story, I said that the plane leaves first thing in the morning, but they were up and getting ready before that. So how can it be first thing in the morning? Well, this is a generalization, okay? And it's an exaggeration. Now, these are two concepts that will come up again and again throughout this course. Idioms are often generalizations or exaggerations, and you'll get to know that very well throughout this course. So when I say first thing in the morning, it might not be the very first thing, okay? It's probably the first big event that happens in the morning, okay? So first they will do some other things, and pretty early in the morning, their plane leaves, okay? So you might say, first thing in the morning, I eat breakfast. Or, when do you eat breakfast? Well, I eat breakfast first thing in the morning. But maybe an hour has passed before you eat breakfast, okay? So you wouldn't use it, though, if you get up very late, maybe 11 o'clock in the morning, and then you do something. That's probably not first thing in the morning. It still should be early, okay? Now, speaking of which, morning person. This means a person who is much more productive in the morning than in the afternoon or the evening, okay? And usually that person gets up early as well. So you might say you're a morning person if you do a lot more work in the morning than you do in the evening or even at night. All right? And you would not use this idiom if, again, you get up at 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning and you do some things before midday, but not a lot. You wouldn't use morning person, okay? And you also wouldn't use morning person if you stay up very late into the morning. If you stay up until 4 o'clock a.m. doing work, that's not a morning person, okay? That's called a night owl, all right? That doesn't count as morning yet because you haven't slept, all right? So at the crack of dawn, this is much more literal than a phrase like first thing in the morning. At the crack of dawn really means when sunrise is happening, okay? When dawn is happening. So you might say, let's battle each other at the crack of dawn. Or the rooster comes out at the crack of dawn in the morning, okay? Or I start farming at the crack of dawn. And you would say this only when the sun is just rising. You would not say this as you're waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning, unless dawn is at 8 o'clock in the morning, okay? Another one is it dawns on Billy, right? If something dawns on you, that means you suddenly realize something. Okay, it dawns on you. Now, you could say, it suddenly dawned on me that I didn't have my keys. Or, it suddenly dawned on me that he was right. So you can use it in two situations. First, if you suddenly remember something, if you remember that you forgot something like your keys, or Billy remembers that Tom was out late last night, it dawns on him. Or it can be something that you never knew before. It can be that it dawned on me that, you could say Einstein. It dawned on Einstein that E equals MC squared, right? It dawned on him. He suddenly realized it. Okay. You wouldn't say it about something that you're taught. So, for example, if I teach you 240 idioms, you wouldn't say, those idioms suddenly dawned on me. No. You're taught those idioms. It dawns on you if it comes to you by yourself. If you realize something or you remember something, it dawns on you. The morning after the night before. The morning after the night before. So this is an interesting one. This is when someone has been drinking all night, and the morning after, they feel hungover, they feel tired, they feel groggy, like they don't want to do any work, they don't want to do anything, right? So it's the morning after the night before. That's an idiom, okay? And then Billy says to Tom, don't take all morning, right? Don't take all morning. Now, this means don't take a long time. And it's in morning right now, okay? They are in the morning time. So you can also say don't take all afternoon or don't take all evening if you happen to be in the evening, or don't take all day, all right? It really just means don't take a long time. It doesn't really mean don't take all morning. It means don't take a long time, all right? So it's an exaggeration, okay? All right, let's go to the next one.